Welcome to the George and Collins, my restaurant in Melbourne. Today I'm making you a really beautiful recipe that's restaurant quality but you can do at home. So what we're doing is a tuna, mango and pineapple ceviche. It's a raw cut of fish that is cooked using the acidity from limes and pineapple. Starting off, we've got some chili and lemongrass. I'm just going to give the lemongrass a quick bash. So this kind of breaks the fibers in it to help release those flavors. Gonna give him a quick slice. Beautiful. That's gonna go into a mortar and pestle because we're gonna pound him up. We've got some chili here. I'm just actually gonna use half a chili and use this as a garnish for a bit later. So just really rough. We're gonna pound it up anyway, so you don't have to be too pedantic about how thin it is. Look, if you don't like heat, then don't use too much of this, or get rid of the seeds if you just want that kind of capsicum-y flavor. Next up, I'm just gonna pop some sugar in, then some lime. We're just gonna zest a little bit of this lime and then add the juice in a little bit later. Time to give this a quick bash. So what I wanna do is actually not fully bash it, but more kind of a rolling technique. So this bruises the chili and the lemongrass and it incorporates it really well with that lime and sugar. It kind of makes a paste at this point. Now, once you've bruised it, time to get the coriander in. So what I'm using is the actual ends, the stalks of the coriander rather than the leaves. The leaves are just gonna be used as a garnish. There's so much flavor in coriander stems and I think people kind of tend to forget, so they throw it out and it's just so beautiful. So don't throw it out, save it, crush it up, make it into a paste because it's kind of the best way, I think, to incorporate it. All right, so that's in there. We're gonna give that a quick bash, quick roll, just to bruise that as well. It's already starting to smell so fragrant. You're getting that lemongrass definitely coming through and also the lime and the coriander. This is gonna be beautiful. All right, so it's kind of made a little bit of a paste at this point. There's not a lot there, so now let's loosen it up with some of the lime juice. So we've got one. And then we're gonna actually use another half of a lime just to boost the acidity level. You've got some sugar in there as well, so that's really gonna balance it out. We're also gonna add a tiny bit of this fish sauce, which will really, really add that kind of umami flavor and a little bit of saltiness to the dish. Let's give him a quick kind of roll. So basically, this serves as a dressing and also a way to cook down the tuna. I'm gonna just taste him. All right, we've got a little bit of acidity. I want more. There's enough saltiness for now, but we'll see what happens once I add that other half of the lime. Flavor-wise, definitely on point. Time to pop in some of this beautiful pineapple. Again, this adds more acidity, but now a little bit of sweetness as well. I'm gonna keep some of it not crushed up because I'm gonna use that to throw through the tuna. So what we're doing, giving the pineapple a quick bash, just to break down the structure of it a little bit, kind of get the juices out, get the sweetness, get the acidity out as well. I feel that as restaurant quality dishes, it's all about textures, it's not just flavor. So you want that kind of mix between the squishy pineapple that you've squashed down and then the whole pieces again, so you've got different textures of pineapple. All right, that's looking gorgeous. So that's basically the base for your tuna. So I've got a beautiful piece of sashimi grade tuna here. So you do want a piece of sashimi grade tuna because the acid's just gonna cook it. It's gonna still be a little bit raw. So what I wanna do is just cut it into cubes. Really beautiful. Just a little bit thicker than the mango and the pineapple. That's beautiful. What I'm gonna do is just add our sauce into here just to help it cure and cook. So we just want some of that chunkiness and also some of the liquid. Like, be quite generous with this. This is the main flavoring of the dish. Gorgeous. I've used about 3/4 of it now. We're just gonna give that a quick mix and then I'm gonna actually have a taste of this guy. It doesn't take very long to cure. It'll be about a minute or so. And you'll actually start to see the color change in the tuna. And that's the acid breaking down the protein. Right. that's looking great. In goes the rest of your pineapple and then your mango. As you can see, it's starting to change color now, and that's definitely the acid's working. Let's give him a nice little taste to see if I need to change anything. I'm just gonna grab a cube. Really happy with that. Now, goes in your desiccated coconut. What the desiccated coconut does is it adds a little bit of kind of tropical flavor to go along with our tropical fruit, so the mango and the pineapple. It's really fresh as well. And as soon as the desiccated coconut kind of hits the liquid, you can start to smell it. It actually soaks up some of the dressing as well and like rehydrates the coconut. All right, so that's looking beautiful. It's looking ready. I'm just gonna let it do its thing for another minute or so and get on to our garnishes. So garnish-wise, I've got a long red chili, the other half that I didn't use. I'm just gonna slice him in half and then kind of brunoise him, just so we've got kind of equal sized pieces of chili scattered all over the ceviche. So you wanna do thin little strips. Now I like to keep in the kind of membrane when I'm at home, but obviously in a restaurant, you kind of want them all to be the same. You don't want little pieces that have little hangy bits on it, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. I like the heat that comes from the membrane. That's why I would usually keep it on, but just here, I like it all to look the same. Just give him a nice little brunoise, just so they're all little squares. Perfect, so that's ready to go for on top of our ceviche. I've got some coriander here, the leaves now. I'm just gonna pick them, just so that you've got a little bit of green and a little bit of that flavor still coming through of the coriander. So I'm picking the smaller leaves because I don't want it to cover their entire dish, basically. So just a couple of these leaves. Perfect. All right, let's get plating. Got a little plate here. We're gonna spoon some of that ceviche right into the center. Yum, I cannot wait to eat this. I think you're gonna love it too, so definitely give this a go. That looks like a beautiful little mound of ceviche. We're gonna scatter some of the red chili just over the top. Little jewels of heat. We've got some coriander. Get my little tweezers out. Place that all over the mounds just to kind of cover little pieces, give it a little bit of greenery, a little bit of color. So to finish, what I've got is our house-made lavash here. So we make a lavash in-house that has kaffir lime leaf running through it. But go to your supermarket or your bakery, they make beautiful lavashes there. You don't need to make this at home yourself. It's gonna be gorgeous anyway. I'm just gonna break him up. Just place a little piece here. I kind of want to half cover it, but half having some of that ceviche kind of poke through. So it's just a little bit of theatre. Yummo. So really simple. That took all of 15 minutes, and I've got a restaurant quality dish that you can definitely do at home. It's my tuna, mango, and pineapple ceviche.